But the scourge of the second wave of the COVID pandemic, scores of people coughing, medical facilities are overwhelmed, economies are crippling, schools are closing, and everything that gave our lives the structure and skeleton seems to be compromised. Speculatively in Uganda we are going to have schools close for a period, and we do not know how far that will last. We have already spent over a year outside of school, children are growing old at home. The vaccine has a lot of speculative doubts attached to it. The worst part of it all is we do not actually know when all of this is going to end, and life will resume as we knew it. Sometimes we go to sleep, never knowing how tomorrow may turn out, and we worry about our loved ones and friends. It's a time of uncertainty and turmoil. Back in 2018, when I was still a gullible gentleman insecure about my place in the universe, I had my first encounter with the philosophical concept of Stoicism. Stoicism asserts that virtue, such as wisdom, is happiness, and judgment be based on behavior are than words. Furthermore, that we don't control and cannot rely on external events, only ourselves and our responses. Stoicism philosophy was founded by Zeno of Phoenician, but nothing in writing has come down to us from him except a few fragmentary quotations. Only 3 of the ancient Stoics, Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius, survive in complete books. Stoicism teaches that we ought to take obstacles in our lives and turn them into our advantage, control what we can, and accept what we can't. We cannot control so much what happens to us, but we have absolute control of how we react to it. In the words of Epictetus, in life our first job is this, to divide and distinguish things into 2 categories. Externals I cannot control, but the choices I make with regard to them I do control. Where will I find good and bad? In me, in my choices. Other than their common study of the philosophy, the Stoics were all men of action, and I don't think this is a coincidence. Marcus Aurelius was emperor of the most powerful empire in the history of the world, the Roman Empire. Cato, the moral example for many philosophers, defended the Roman Republic with stoic bravery until his defiant death. Even Epictetus, the lecturer, had no cushy tenure, he was a former slave. The modern-day philosopher and writer Nassim Nicholas Taleb defines a Stoic as someone who transforms fear into prudence, pain into transformation, mistakes into initiation, and desire into undertaking. In such a period of unprecedented uncertainty, worry and strife will only serve to break and cripple our faith in a better tomorrow. The things that are happening are of staggering magnitudes that we can barely do a thing about it. The quintessential thing that we can do is hang on to the people we love and hold on to the things we do that give meaning to our lives. And march on diligently into tomorrow with hope and trust that things can and will get better if we stay to work together in truth, knowledge, and justice.